Hi everyone, welcome to my 3x3 experience. And today I'm receiving Martin Dyan from Great Britain. Hi Martin,
Hello, bonjour.
thank you for accepting my invitation. Today we are going to talk with Martin to his basketball experience. This interview will have three parts. Today, presentation of Martin. Next week, 3x3 basketball experience. And in 2 weeks, we is going to talk about Team Great Britain. So let's get started. So Martin, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Martin Dyan. I work in 3x3 basketball. I have very many different hats. But essentially I'm a consultant, a coach, a tournament organizer, and a team manager as well. So I do lots of different things in 3x3.
Okay. And what is your 5-on-5 career as a coach or player?
So it's really been, it hasn't been to any particularly high level, any elite level at all. Played at my school and a bit at my university, and then kind of just engaged with the game in 5-on-5 as a fan, spectator, playing recreationally. At times at a decent level, depending on how fit I'm feeling. But generally it's been at that level, but obviously through the years and my involvement, especially with 3x3 in British basketball, like I've, had a much stronger connection with the 5-on-5 game. And obviously being in London, I follow our pro teams out here as well, mainly the London Lions as well. So 5-on-5 has definitely been part of me growing up. I grew up watching the NBA and being involved in basketball through that as well. Um, but really more professionally, 3x3 has been like my main basketball engagement, if you like.
Okay. And school and university in London, in England?
So I went to school in London, yeah, a school called Habs or Haberdashers Asks Boys School in North London. And then I went to university in Birmingham, which is about an hour and a half north of London. And but in my junior year, so my third year, I actually went to UCLA for a year and studied at UCLA for a semester. And a lot of people ask me if I went there for the basketball, which is a loaded question because I wasn't playing D1 basketball, but I did go there specifically because I knew UCLA's heritage and I wanted to be a part of it. So that was an amazing experience too. And then I came back and I finished at Birmingham University, and that was it.
And how did you get into in 3x3 basketball?
It's a long story, but I'll cut it short. I've always loved the game in any form, 5-on-5, 2-on-2, 1-on-1s, 3-on-3s, whatever you want to call it, street ball, stuff like that. In 2016, a very close friend of mine, one of my best friends and teammate, passed away to cancer. And so in 2017, I decided to run a tournament in his memory. And in short, I was slightly concerned about how many players I'd be able to get to this tournament to celebrate him and as a memorial. So I was looking at stuff and I thought, hold on, let's do 3x3. Let's do 3-on-3 tournament. It'll be easier for me to get people, but also it's just a very simple, accessible game, and I need a smaller space for it. So it should be a lot easier to try and create. And that actually was my first real involvement in 3x3 basketball um was creating this tournament, basically.
Okay. And in 2016, you said?
So he passed away in 2016, and then I created the tournament in 2017. Yeah.
And this time, Federation of Great Britain organized a 3x3 basketball tournament?
There wasn't really anything during 2017 at all, except for one tournament called Ball Out, which is a fantastic national event now, which is created by the now Great Britain coach Julius Joseph. And I saw Ball Out, and it looked great. Back then, like everything, it was smaller than it is now because now it's a massive national tournament. But I spoke to him about Ball Out and about whether he thought it was a good idea to do something like that as well. But there was really nothing aside from Ball Out in terms of 3x3 at all. Which meant that there was kind of it meant that there was opportunity for it to grow, really.
Okay.
But nothing on a federation scale at that point, I'm aware, as far as I'm aware.
Okay. And this year you hired by Great Britain Federation as a manager.
Yeah, that's right.
And what are your roles in this mission?
So, my role with Great Britain at the moment is the consultant GB 3x3 program manager. It's quite a long-winded title, but essentially the goal for this summer and for the year was to help create teams so that we could compete this summer in the under 23s Nations League and in the Euro Cup or the Europe Cup, the FIBA 3x3 Europe Cup. And the role was to do everything from coordinating trials to staff, creating camps, being out there with the team as well, and just handling all the logistics in the back end. But then also to kind of see what the potential could be for us moving forward as well. So the summer wasn't just about the summer, but it was very much forward thinking about, okay, well, where is GB going to take 3x3 from now? And where can we, and is this a good starting point? And it was, it was a great starting point for us.
Okay. Thank you, Martin, for sharing your experience. Thank you for following us. And the next week, Martin is going to talk about his 3x3 basketball experience. So take care, bye bye, and see you next week.